Hey, what's up, guys and girls? This is Midori, and I'm back with another episode of Drawing Midori. Now, what's up, guys? Today I will be working on Ghostwire Tokyo, and I decided to do this drawing because the main protagonist he wears a Oni Mask or Oni Mask, and I like the design. I always liked the design of Japanese demons and demigod masks because some of them are pretty similar to African masks. So I got inspired to do this artwork. The game, if you don't know the game is pretty much based. It's a game developed by Tango Gameworks, published by Bethesda, and it's a time exclusive on the PlayStation 5. So you guys could look it up if you're pretty much more interested in that particular game. It comes out in March the 25th of this year. Now, as you can see, the mask is pretty simple. Well, not really simple, but the geometry is pretty simple. So again, I start off with a bust, the egg shape, in the traditional forward mannequin pose. And then after that, after I get the mannequin egg shape down, I just slowly start to add the detail like all my other drawings. And what's going to be fun about this particular drawing is that I'm going to be able to play around with the lighting and the inking with this. So I'm going to be using a photo brush, Japanese photo brush later on, and Micron ink pens. And you're going to see the gradients I'm going to be doing with cross hatching and also with lightening the photo brush, so that I could get more of a gradient texture look to the drawing after I'm done with the initial small details of the inking. So you're going to see that a little bit later on. Now here I'm just finishing up the pencil drawing, and this particular this sketch, I will say it took about going on probably about 2 hours. It wasn't that long. Like these smaller drawings usually takes me around 2 hours to do. So it's not like a full day process when it comes to drawing these drawings. Okay, now here's the first stages of the inking process. At this stage, I am focusing on details, but not too much text works. It's really just the outlining of the pencil sketch, which is pretty much the funnest part that I like to do, because in terms of the difference between this and penciling is that penciling you have to think about the composition, you have to think about the geometry, but when it comes to inking, all you got to do is go over the lines similar to like what you did in grade school as a third grader. You're just doing the coloring book. So this is the funnest part to me because I get to turn off my brain and just focus on the line weight. Okay, I'll be right back once I get into the more details on the inking. Okay, now I'm back. So now here you can see that I'm doing a little bit of the cross hatching and also stapling. If you don't know what stapling is, pretty much gradually making a gradient. Instead of using straight lines, you're using dots, and you building up the dots slowly and slowly to make the gradient in the ink work. See here, I'm just going to start doing the really dark shadow areas in this particular drawing, and the Oni Mask that I'm drawing, I'm pretty much using reference from the video game art. And just a little bit, speaking of that, just a little bit on the background of the artwork. Ghostwire Tokyo art director is Akumi Nakamura, and she's been in the industry over like 10 years, and her previous work includes Akami and also Bayonetta. So she was like the art director for those and the concept artist for those particular works in the past. And now she currently, well, as of today, she currently is a freelance artist. But before then, she worked as an art director for Tango Gameworks, where she worked on Ghostwire Tokyo. So now she's pretty much doing her own thing, doing freelance work. So her current work that you can see is work that she done on Rainbow Six Siege. So she did a little bit of custom skins for some of the operators in that particular game. Now, again, back on the Oni Mask, Onis are demons. They're usually depicted as red-faced and angry with long, sharp teeth. But these creatures aren't the most frightening of Japan's monsters. There's also Tengus. Tengus are fearsome demon gods who protect the mountains. These demons-like creatures are depicted with red faces and angry expressions. Then there's also the Katsune masks for fox masks are worn by participants in certain Shinto festivals or by attendees just for fun. Now, this mask is sort of like a in between. Um, it also sort of represents not really a Oni mask, but more of a Minori mask, like worn by samurais. So it's pretty similar to that. Okay, thank you, guys and girls, once again for joining me. The drawing is pretty much done, and I'll look out for more. I will be doing more later this week, and I'll check you guys on the next one. Midori out.